And we are live. All right, awesome. Great. So, hey everyone, thanks for being here today at Decisive Talks, right? I'm Henry Ho, and I'm an entrepreneur, digital marketer, and most importantly, a software enthusiast. You can see, my background is a little bit different. I'm wearing a headphone today as well, because I'm not in my office today. I'm resting at home. But we've got a very special guest. So, I thought I'll take out, some time out and get him to meet with all of you, right? So today I have Sandeep Singh here. He's the founder of Spayee, right? It's a marketing and sales oriented. That's how I would describe it. But maybe we'll have Sandeep explain what Spayee is about later on, right? But I feel that it's a marketing and sales oriented learning management system, right? That's great for not just hosting your online courses, but it also equips you with the tools to market your course. And the cool thing is, they include a mobile app as well. Okay, and I personally have tested it. You guys can check out my YouTube channel. There's a video on there talking about Spayee, and I like the idea of it. Okay, because one thing really cool is that if you check out their deal that's live right now, they actually give you unlimited students, and with unlimited students, you can run free courses to get students to come in, then upsell them if they see the value, right? So that's why I think that Spayee has done it right, especially for online course creators like most of us in the group in the community. So I'm so excited to have Sandeep here to share about his background, right? So let me bring him on, right? Awesome. Right. Hello, Sandeep.
Hi Henry, how are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Today it's actually because my wife just had her vaccination jab, right? Her
Oh,
first vaccination jab. So there's a little bit of horror stories about some scares about the
mhm.
vaccinations, because I have a personal friend, right? His mom actually took the vaccination, and the next day she actually passed on. So me and my wife is a little bit worried. So I'm taking a
There's
day
nothing
off.
to worry about. There's nothing to worry about. Even I had a first jab 3 to 4 days back, and
Yeah.
I am perfectly fine.
Yeah, I
So
mean, a lot of people are going to be fine, but it affects, there's some, um, I guess, negative effects on
yes,
some
there are.
people. But it's a very small group of people, but, I
Yeah.
just took the day off just to be with my wife, just in case anything happens. I'm here for her, right? So that's why I'm actually here today at home, right? And not in my office, right? So Sandeep, thanks so much for your concern, right? So maybe
Yeah.
you can tell us about yourself, where you're from, how did you get into entrepreneurship, and what did you see or experience that actually made you want to jump into the SaaS business?
So first of all, Henry, pleasure to be here. I think this is the
Yeah,
first time I am interacting to the actual users of Spayee face to face. So
awesome. Yeah,
till now, we all have been interacting through chats, through comments. So this
yeah.
first time we are we seeing face to face to it's you and with the community itself. So in terms of journey, we started long back. So first of all, we and my whole team we are from India. In India, we are from actually Noida. It's a place nearby Delhi, the capital of India. So and we have been in the from 2014. So
Okay,
we started Spayee as a company back in 2014, but with a different product with a different idea. So at that point of time, we were building India's first SaaS-based ebook platform. So like anyone who has the content, again, LMS was core part of it, though, but whole the packaging and bundling was around the ebooks only. And at that point of time, video was not that much mainstream. So video was still coming up. People who started watching videos and all, and then eventually we did that product for 3 years, and but we did not get much success. So we got few early customers, but it was not still something that we can do for a long run. So and then when we were losing all the hopes, then suddenly 2017 video started pumping up in India. Like consumption goes like extremely crazy because of the one internet provider who started providing internet for free of cost. So people, everyone got the access for the internet, free internet, and everyone started watching videos, creating videos. And that point of time, we already had few customers, and our customers started asking for video based platform, content delivery platform which should be secured, because piracy is a big challenge here in India. So, and we our whole focus has always been the Indian market and Indian audiences. So in 2017 we got the idea that we should obviously include the video based learning platform. We should build a video based course based platform. And then we did a market search. We spoke to almost 100 customers who were using this Spayee at that point of time. We took their feedback, and then we built this whole Spayee course platform. So if you look at the platform is quite comprehensive in the nature. There are a lot of things that you can do, and every feature of Spayee have been well thought of. There's nothing that we created out of our mind, because we made that mistake when we were building the first product. So this time we decided we build whatever our customer need. Every feature solves a particular problem, and there's science behind it. So every feature has a value. Out of every feature is solving a problem. That's why the product is so comprehensive, and it is solving so many problems. So coming to 2018, we launched Spayee as a course platform. We got some early traction. We got first 50 customers in 2018. In 2019, we got 100 customers. And then 2020 and this 2021 has been amazing for us. So like today we are at 2000 plus. We have 2000 plus customers who are on our recurring plans. And then, but majority of our customer are in India. 90 to 95% customers before AppSumo were in India only. And we are one of the leading brands in India in the terms of when it comes to course creator or creators economy space. We are the leading brand. And we also got few customers from different parts of the world. And then we realized that the product that we have built, it can be scaled globally. And there are a lot of pain points that these global players are not solving, and especially I think this is the point that where we can come in and we can solve those problems. And then we decided to do AppSumo. So the idea was to get the feedback of the global customers, what other customers in India and outside India they think of Spayee, whether we are solving actual problem or not. Until now, the response has been amazing. I think everyone has loved it, the product. Though we have, there are a few restrictions in the product, so that people are not happy about, but that's part of the life. This since we are building a scalable company, we are building a long-term company, so that's why we had to cut our cost. And so that's why there was bandwidth or video hosting was not included in the plan, which is also one of our strongest point, the video hosting and streaming and the security of it. But I think there are people like you and others who were ready to fight for us, and they defended us that whatever they are doing it right. So I was really happy to get such kind of support and help from the community. So it has been an amazing experience till now.
Yeah, awesome, right? I think I have some audio issue. Are you hearing that? Because I think there were some people who were saying that
I think
my
there is
audio is breaking up.
some disturbance coming from your probably
Okay,
headphones.
I think what I'll do is let me just change my microphone here. Just give me a
Yeah,
second.
sure.
How is it now? Is this better?
It's much better.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can still hear you.
Awesome. Give me a second here, right? Because this is not really my usual setup, so it's a little bit different. It's a little bit buggy here, right? So I just what you mentioned. Yeah, everyone says is better now, right? That's great. So what I heard from you just now, you're saying that there are 2,000 over customers that you have on monthly recurring plans. I think that's amazing.
Yes.
Because I heard a lot of stuff about Spayee from the Indian community here in our lifetime deal community, right? I mean the Indian people in our lifetime deal community, they've been telling me about Spayee. A lot of influencers are using your platform right now.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing. right? You've got the influential people using your platform, and that's really going to help you to grow a lot faster. And I think coming on to Absolute, I think it's a good idea, right? Because you want to expand outside of India as well. I think that's a good idea. Um, yeah, I believe you probably seen my video as well. I've got some good praises for you for Spayee, right? So entrepreneurship is not easy. Just like you mentioned, you had the ebook creation kind of SaaS previously. So and then you're saying that you came across some problems as well, right? So whether it's is starting a simple blog or drop shipping store or something like that, or starting a SaaS business where you require technical skills, right? Every entrepreneur faces challenge. I'm sure you agree on that, right? Whether it's a simple business or something that requires technical skills, everyone faces challenge. So I just want to find out from you, what were your lowest point in your life? Like, this, should I continue with this business? Should I continue to stay in entrepreneurship? Because I'm facing a lot of challenges, right? What were some of your lowest points of your life? Could you share with us?
So it's not about SaaS. It's for every business. The first point is that you should always know who is your customer is, and
Yeah.
who are you going to sell to your product. So when we start as a new product, when we start as a new company, we always try to get everyone and everything on board. And
Yeah.
then even the customer is not right fit for us, we will, since because everybody needs money to run the company, so we try to get everything on the board. And the problem with this, my first point is that you should always know who is your ideal customer persona. So when you start your company, when you build your product, you always have a set of mind that these are sort of customer who are going to use my product, and you should never deviate from your ideal customers. Because
Yeah.
if you try to bring someone else who is not your ideal customer, he will always demand for new features, and then your product will not go where you wanted it to be, and it will go in the different direction. And at some point of time, you will have three of different verticals and three or sort different sort of product. And so, most important point is focusing on what you are building and focusing on who is going to be your customer. So focus is really important here, because without focus you can go from $10,000 to $100,000, but you will not go beyond $1 million if you are not focused as a SaaS product. So
Yeah.
and so then this is one of the most important aspect that we learned in our journey. Like earlier, even we were trying to get everything and everyone on board, and then at some point of time, we decided that no, this is not our ideal customer. So I will not ask them to quit the platform, but we will not prioritize those customers, because again, we can only, with limited energy and limited resources, you cannot focus on each and everything. You should keep your focus straightforward, and then do what you wanted to build always. So
Yeah.
focus is one of the important point, and second is uh, tracking and measuring the platform. Like you should always, because most of the SaaS product, if you look at them, that they are like marketing driven or sales driven products. So you should track all the metrics very closely. You should know how much leads are coming to my website, how much are in the conversion, how much conversion is happening, what sort of customers are coming in. You should know the which metrics is performing well, and so that you can put more money, which is giving you the maximum return. So tracking
Yeah.
and monitoring those performance. And then third and very important point that I would like to mention, that you should founders, they should not take the all responsibility. You should always try to find someone who can share your pain, who can take care of all other resources. So like every founder, they start with like, I will do the marketing, I will focus on the product as well, I will talk to customers as well. You cannot do everything on your own. So sometimes you should let go of some of the responsibilities and try to trust other people in your team. Try to build your team who can share your vision and then take the responsibility out of you.
Yeah.
So these are some of the points. So based on my personal experience, what I have learned in the last 6 to 7 years.
Thanks for bringing all this up, right? I think what you say is very true, right? Being focused, you have to know what you want, uh, and then at the same time taking feedbacks, right? But don't be like, oh, I want to please everyone, because
Yeah.
then like you're building 2 or 3 different products, but you're just putting them under the Spayee name and giving it to everyone, right? I don't think that's the right thing to do as well as a business. Okay. And but that's how this community is kind of like, is, we got to filter, right? We want to take in all the feedbacks, definitely, but we want to filter them later on, and pick the one that is, right for our business, right? Our product itself. And one thing I feel that is really good is that with the lifetime deal community, we give you a lot of feedback, and you realize that sometimes, hey, I didn't actually think of this. I could just maybe add 1 or 2 little simple features or simple tweaks, and I can actually market this product to a different demographic and get more customers coming in that can be using our tool, right? And I think that's amazing when we do lifetime deals like this, right? So so the name Spayee, right? How did you come up with that? Something like, um, uh, we don't really see where the connection is. How does the LMS work?
There is
It's not.
no connection at all, and there is no meaning behind the name. We were too naive at that point of time. We were too young. When I started this 2014, I was 23 years old. I didn't had any exposure about the business. Didn't had any exposure about the building companies. So we are just out of the college. 2 years. I had 2 years of experience. We are four co-founders. Me and Gaurav, Vandud, and Vijay. So we all were working for a IT company, and then we just decided to quit the job and start our own sort of product now. And we read somewhere that when you start an internet company, your name should be small. You should not have a large, bigger name like ABC and like
A lot
Sandeep
of.
Review or Sandeep Tech, something like that.
A
You
lot
should have a not very short name. So we started figuring out the random names with the .com availability. We could not find out anything, and then suddenly someone suggested this random name is Spayee. And even at that point of time, we were not we didn't know what this Spayee even mean. Actually,
Yeah.
Spayee doesn't has a meaning, but if you cut down the remove the last e, it will become Spay. So Spayee has some meaning, but Spayee doesn't has any meaning. So we thought, let's go with it. And then we never thought of changing the name because we were too busy with the business itself. Earlier business was not running, so there was no point of changing the name. And when we launched a new product and it started becoming a brand, and then there was no point of changing the name because Pay has till now then become a brand. So there is no meaning to it. There's nothing behind it. It's just a random name.
I see. I thought maybe it's like, start paying or something like that.
The
you know,
closest
we,
thing that you can relate to is Pay. If you remove the Y, then all the keywords are sort of part of my name, Sandeep.
oh, I see.
Just remove the Y and ND from here, so it will be like just a random observation.
Yeah. So, could you share with us where you think Spayee stands out from your competitors? And because since you are a much younger company, how do you think you can compete in this niche? Right, because a lot of competitors out there, big ones like we all know, right? Like Learn Dash, Kajabi, Teachable. How are you going to compete with these bigger companies in this niche?
Just give me a second. Let me get some. So, talking about the competition, if you look at the global space, there are three major companies which has the almost 80 to 90% market share, and these are Teachable, Thinkific, and Kajabi.
Mm.
So when we started the product, still again till last few months, our whole focus was the Indian market and Indian audiences. And if you talk about these global products, they are not fit for Indian market, especially, and I would say not fit for all that even all the developing countries. So if you look at the consumer behavior in India, what I have seen that 80% users, they are the mobile first users. So they are, and some of them even 60% they are the only mobile users. They even don't have the laptop and desktops. So mobile apps are the game changer here because everyone
Yeah.
wanted everything to be accessed on their phone itself because phone is their only device. And when you're trying to access a course from your mobile's browser, this is not a good experience.
Yes. Yes.
So that's why we went like we decided the route of white label mobile apps, so that
Yeah.
every customer, every course creator, because they want every course creator want their customer to have the best experience where they can engage those customers. So email marketing won't work here. In like even if I talk about the larger section,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
email marketing won't work here. They push notification is something that works quite well here in India. So that's
Yeah.
why mobile first was the our priority, and we developed this. We offer this white label mobile app to each and every customer, and this helped them generate more revenue, engage their users better, and then grow their online course platform. So if I
Wow.
talk about the competition, then none of the company, no one even the industry offers white label mobile apps. Then if I talk about the again the developing countries, especially India, then not all those creators who are coming up, who are starting the online course business, they are not uh, very good with the whole technology stuff. They don't understand how to build landing pages, how to integrate your email marketing campaign, how to integrate payment gateway. So, and most of the platforms are DIY. They have to figure themselves out that how it should be done, payment gateway should be done, integration that should be done. And when we started this in India, then since we are India-based company, everybody can talk to us. So every customer they call us, they we train them, we guide them, we help them doing all the integrations. So this way they understand that there is someone out there who is ready to help us at every point of time. If we are facing issues with the app issues or product issues, even the integration issues, his pay team is there to help them out. So that's why in the last 6 months, I would say around 200 to 400 customers have switched from this global platform to Spayee. So all those players who were earlier using Teachable, Thinkific, Kajabi, they have migrated to Spayee because we have a obviously better product, especially for the Indian geographies, and the better support.
Yeah, I think that's very insightful because I just look at your features as it is, right? I mean, if you've seen my YouTube video, it's just like what it is, and I didn't actually dive in deep. But now that you share with me that it's about a mobile app, and that's why you have that push notifications in there. I was thinking like I've never really come across LMS that have push notification features in there, and I think now that you mention it, it is
Mhm.
it is a very good idea, right? It's a great idea. And I don't think it's just focused on the Indian market. I think it works for everyone, right? Because like you said, because I have purchased some courses on Teachable, and when I try and access it on my mobile, one of the biggest problems that I can share with you is that I want to I access it on my mobile. It's not, firstly, it's not mobile optimized, right? It's not
Mhm.
mobile, not even mobile responsive. It's not optimized for mobile. And when I play the video, okay, of course I have a TV in my home, right? I have a TV in my home. I try to cast the video. The player doesn't allow me to cast it on my screen onto my TV, right? Um, and a Chromecast, right? It's a small, simple Chromecast dongle. I think it costs probably about uh, a thousand, probably about 1,000 rupees in India, right?
Mhm.
I think that's I mean, I don't think it's very expensive, but it gives me I can use a bigger screen to see what's going on, and then at the same time I can use my mobile to take notes, to refer to any materials on it, right? So that's why I felt that, like, why is Teachable such a powerful, such a popular tool out there, but it's not able to give me a very good learning experience. I can only learn well on a desktop platform, and that's not very smart, I would say, because I want to sit on my sofa and learn, right? Yeah, so that's something that I feel is kind of missing here, right? So I mean, that's my feedback, and I guess you can take it and see if it works for the angle that you want to go in with your business, right? So I think that's very insightful what you're sharing about the Indian market. Mobile. Some people are just mobile only; they don't even have a desktop, right? I
Yes.
think that's an amazing idea. And focusing on that push notification is a great idea, because the people who don't have desktop, they are less likely to check their emails anyway. So you push notification, everyone has a phone, everyone gets that notification, right? Gets the marketing. Great idea. I love it how you guys are doing it, right? So um uh what do you see in the future of Spayee, and what excites you the most, as where you are heading, especially now that you are focusing on more global market? Could you share what do what do you think is going to happen with Spayee, like, in the future?
Yeah. So again, in the last 20 days, we have got a great feedback from AppSumo community. All those customers who signed up, they have started giving the feedbacks, and there are few area of concern that we needed to improve on. So our and even that was our plan: launch it here and get some early customers, and then we listen to them, listen to their feedbacks, try to incorporate all the feedbacks that we have got. Again, we'll prioritize it, what is right for us and what is fit, what is not fit, and then based on those facts, we will improve the product. So there are few key feedbacks that we are already working on. That is improving the UI and UX. At some point of I think there's a huge scope for UI and UX improvement that we were already aware of that. UI is not that cool, not that up to the mark. If you're trying to be a market leader and you are trying to that we want to do, we want to dominate the whole course market space globally. We want to be go to the platform for course creators. So anybody who is thinking of launching course, and then Spayee should be their go to platform.
Yeah,
So we are
I think
already
with LMS, right, because they have so many features, I think that personally, one of the LTDs that I've tested out is from the Levy Office suite of products. What they do is that when you go into the menu, it opens up into different columns. In Google Ads, they do the same. In Facebook Ads, they do the same as well, because there's so many different things, and they separate them into different columns, right? So you got audiences, blah blah blah, right? Audience is in one column, managing your ads is in one column, something like that, right? So I think for Spayee, because you got marketing features, you got course building features, something like that. Maybe you can change it to, if I move into the menu, it comes out in different columns. I think that would be a lot easier, because when I focus, if I want to build my course, I'm only really looking at building the course. When I'm ready to start marketing, then I'll be looking at a marketing column of
yeah
stuff. I mean, that's just a suggestion for me.
yeah.
That's what I think. So we've got some questions, but we'll take them after, right? So could you also share about your team, because you say that one man cannot do everything, right? Could you share about your team? Because I love to speak to founders who have teams, because we got a lot of solo entrepreneurs here that don't realize the power of team members to help you to move a lot faster and further in your businesses, right? Could you share about your team? How many developers, customer support, designers you have? How are they like? Do they motivate you to help you to create the vision of Spayee that you have? Or any fun or company culture Spayee has that helps your team to bond, right? Like yesterday we had Voxel, Waksu, they are on the sumo debut, right? So one of the team member, she's very active in our community right now. Her name is Mari. You know, her Facebook is I think Kira K or something like that, and she's a very active cosplayer, right? She's very interesting. So could you share about some of your team members with us as well?
Our biggest strength is our team only. So they even we and the best part of his pay is that and we have been to stick so long even when we were struggling there was a 4 years of time period when we are not generating revenue, we were not, product was not market fit, and then our core team we are four co-founders, so we all stick together and we were there for each and every one of us. When one person was down and two were down, other two were there to motivate us that night. We'll make it happen. We'll do it. It will work. It will work. So that was the best kind of support system that we had. We were each and every one of us is very focused, and we
Yeah,
have a same set of goals and a same sort of vision. That's why we have been together from the last probably 8 years. And
yeah,
beyond that, our total team size is around 40 odd people we have. 40, yeah.
Fonzie.
Yeah. We have, including four co-founders. And majority of our team, they are in the support and customer success. Around there are 6 to 7 people in support, and 7 to I believe 8 people in the customer success team who help with the customer and help them understand the
Great.
and help them grow the business. Then there are around 8 or 10 people in the uh, development side. So full stack developers, Android app developers, iOS developer, and then testers, and one guy in the marketing team, and one graphic designer. So that's the whole composition.
Oh, that's a big team that you have, right? Amazing, right? And you guys have been around for 8 years, really. All right. So those of you who are actually thinking of, going, jumping on board with LMS, I think what Spayee has here, it's, I guess you guys don't have to worry so much about your, Spayee not being able to sustain, right? So uh, so what are some challenges or big hurdles that you feel that your company is occupied with currently? Could you share some? You feel that this is a challenge for your business? Could you share some of them?
I think there's no as such challenges. So the biggest challenge is how we should scale globally. This is something that we have never done. This is something we are doing for the first time. So we are very skeptical how it would go out, like how to go about it. So we have got few great mentors who have scaled businesses from India to global at global scales. So we are taking their help. We are understanding the whole ecosystem. What is the best way to do it? How we should position ourselves. So in terms of branding and positioning, that is also very. See, this is something that we are struggling with again. How we should position Spayee as a platform. Either we should call ourselves a mobile first LMS or mobile first course platform, or we should call it all-in-one course platform. So that we are positioning as a brand in the global space, that we are something struggling with,
I
and
see. I see.
we will figure it out.
Yeah, I think it's more about searching for the identity of Spayee right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, how do you feel about launching a lifetime deal right, so far? How do you feel about doing, this lifetime deal that you have right now?
I mean, this is amazing. Like, we have got a great support, and we have got few very, I would say, spokesperson for Spay. We have got few spokespersons who are there to defend us, and who are there to fight for us. And this is a great feeling. This is amazing because this sort of atmosphere is not available in India.
Yeah,
Uh,
because
so,
well, I think like if you get subscription-based customers, right? They I mean they will just be using your tool. Okay, they don't really give feedbacks. And
yeah.
it, more like maybe bug they come across that stops stops them from using your tool, then they'll give you bug reports, right? But I don't think that you get a lot of raving fans
Yeah.
in the subscription model, but when you get a lot of them in the LTD communities,
Yeah.
right? And I think that I feel is kind of being overlooked by a lot of founders is actually to find the biggest fans in the LTD
Exactly.
communities and get them to be your affiliates, get them to promote you, get them to market for you, get them to be your word of mouth, right? And nothing, nothing is more nothing is better than word of mouth marketing, right? Because there's someone out there who is endorsing and using your tool and promoting your tool. It's a very is a very powerful marketing tool that I'll see, right? And I think you get a lot of feedbacks as well so far, right? A lot of people are giving you guys feedbacks, but I think that sometimes the LTD communities, they can be a little bit overboard. Just make sure that you kind of filter them and pick and choose the right ones. Okay. Overall, just taking everything. And I think that overall, the community, I think is here for you. Most of us want you to succeed as well, right? But so far, how do you feel about the LTD community?
So community has been great. It's great. Like this sort of experience we are feeling it for the first time. People in our country, they are not vocal about their feelings. So if they like the product, they will not come and tell you that. Oh, again, this is not very generalized, but majority of the customer, they are not very active on social media, and they don't want to share that we are using Spayee. The kind of experience that we got here within the community. So
Yeah,
for this sort of feeling, we were always craving for this feeling that we when we will get those sort of fans who will talk about us, who will discuss about us, and then if they like the product, they will be vocal about it. They will put in their social media. They will share it with others. So this is something that we are fancying about, and we are really happy to see that kind of reaction, and we'll
yeah.
try to maximize it.
Yeah, because some of our friends, right, from India, they have been sending me messages telling me about Spayee. I can tell you, and to be honest, because I have a LMS solution that have already set up quite some time back, and it's a big pain if I want to migrate, right? So I'm actually comfortable with my LMS right now, but a lot of people have been coming to me and telling me, "Hey, you should check out Spayee. This is awesome. There's a lot of influencers using the tool. Go check it out." And I've been being pushed in that way, and personally, right, in my video, I shared with you guys as well. I use what your tier 3 plan as well. I have not think about how I want to use it yet, right?
Mhm.
But I think the biggest plus is that you guys have a mobile app, and I want to see how I can because if I were to use my current solution, I got to create a app for it. Whereas if I jump into Spayee, then I could just use the platform and turn it to an app, and I have something where people can learn on mobile already, right? So I think this is the biggest plus, right? So those of you who are looking at those maybe WordPress-based LMSs like LearnDash, Tutor LMS, maybe you guys should actually look at Spayee because it gives you a mobile app, and a lot of your students are actually they really just want to learn from the mobile app rather than on a desktop because they got to turn on their computer. It's a hassle, right? Got to make it convenient for them to learn, right? So in the LMS tools world right now, there's so many competitors. You already mentioned a few, and even just on LTDs right now, there are a few of them that's ongoing as well, right? One of your competitors, I don't want to mention the name, but they're not on the same platform as you guys. They even offer video hosting as well, and it was quite fast. I did a review on it on my YouTube channel as well, right? But so what would you say to get people like myself and others in the community, right, the LTD community, who has these same tools to want to take a closer look at Spayee, right? What would you say to people who are looking at other LMS on LTDs right now to actually, hey, you guys should look at us, look at Spayee. We might be a very good fit for you. What would you say to people like that?
So the Spayee as a platform, I would say that I have almost checked out each and every LMS, the prominent ones.
Yeah.
And in terms of adaptability and the flexibility, Spayee is one of the most comprehensive platform. So whatever you can think of that you should be able to do it with your LMS platform. And if you look at the Spayee platform, it will be already there to you. So even it is truly an all-in-one platform that many of our customers call us that Spayee is truly an all-in-one platform. So you can create your courses, and even creating courses, you get the lot of options from video, PDF. SCOM is supported. I think I saw a few of the comments in the review section that probably we are the only company with this SCOM compliant course platform. Is what people tell us in the comments. I'm not aware about it, but this is what people feel about it. SCOM is there. Then you get a lot of support for third-party links, iframes, assignments, quizzes, forms, surveys, these sort of multimedia course content that is supported in the platform itself. Then a lot of very good features about content scheduling, content ripping, time availability. You can do lots of integrations. And the security is one of the very prominent feature that we have. You can limit the number of user login, concurrent logins. You can limit the number of devices. You can put watermarks, and then you can customize your whole landing page. Even the language support is um, we launched with 2 and 3 languages earlier, and then based on the feedback of the community, now there are 8 to 9 languages supported on the platform, and the multiple currency support. And one of the very important feature that I think only we have is that if you have a global audience and one customer is in US, another one is India, and other was in Australia, and you want all those users to be priced differently. You would not want your customer in India to pay $1,000 and US in $1,000. So you can have different pricing for different countries and even different payment gateways, because PayPal and Stripe is not accepted everywhere. If you talk about Indian market, then no, even I think majority of the customers, they don't have any PayPal and Stripe account, even credit cards. So if you want to sell your courses in India or in the developing country, you might need a local payment gateway, which is not possible with any other platform. But with this Pay, you can have different payment gateway for different countries and even different prices. So this is the
Yeah.
beauty of the platform, that whatever requirement that you have, and just you come to Spay and you check out all the features, you will get your answer. So we are truly an all-in-one platform. You don't need to depend on multiple different products and tools and then integrate them and then check out how the flow is working, how the user experience is. You don't need to worry about it. We take care of each and everything for you. And over that, we have a great support process. We are not just here to get customers. We are here to make sure that each and every customer is successful, that you generate something out of the platform. We are here to offer value, not just the product.
I see. Yeah, I think that's amazing, right? That that you can have different prices for different location as well. That was something I actually kind of missed out in my video. I wasn't aware of this. In fact, I think that's amazing that you can do something like that, because to be honest, I'm a course creator, right? And hopefully no one actually seizes this, but I can't sell my courses at the price that I'm selling in Singapore, okay, to, let's say, in India or Indonesia at the same price, because
Yeah,
I'm going to get a very low conversion rate. Only a very small group of people will be willing to pay the kind of prices that I
yeah,
set. It's not that they don't see the value. Okay, it's not that they don't see the value. I'm definitely all about making people see the values before they actually purchase my products, my courses, my trainings, my coaching, and stuff like that. But sometimes we got to be realistic as well. That some people just can't afford it. Right? Some people just can't afford it,
Yeah.
and I think being able to set different prices for different locations, I think that's just amazing, right? That you guys have something like this. Okay, so I've got just one last question, and then maybe we'll just take some questions for the community, and then we I guess we can pretty much wrap up this interview here, right? So this last question is a little bit difficult. Okay, I'm going to ask a little bit difficult question here, and hopefully we can get a good answer from you as well. Okay, we understand that every startup founder, all of us want to exit, right? We want to exit with with a glorious exit, right? But many of them who have actually run lifetime deals before, they have actually left lifetime deal owners, right, stranded and abandoned. There are a few like that, such as Singh, which was actually sold to HubSpot, and HubSpot has killed the entire product itself and integrated with their own internal system, right? And so all the lifetime deal owners, we will lose access to pricing by the end of this year. And for Headline, they have sold themselves over to Conversion AI or Jarvis right now, and basically the product is being left without any updates anymore. Okay, it's still usable, but it's just left without updates anymore. And maybe within a couple of months' time, it just doesn't make sense for anyone to use this tool anymore because other tools will have surpassed the current version of the tool, right? So while some startups feel some feel such as Build Bubbles, which was on AppSumo last year. They recently announced that they couldn't afford to continue, right? And those who succeed, like those that fail, we understand that hey, not everyone is going to make a lot of money and keep these lifetime deal owners alive. But those who succeed seem to also abandon early supporters as well, right? Who funded the marketing, your development budget, give you all the feedback, and giving feedback is not easy, right? I do that a lot, right? I do that a lot, and that actually takes time because I test your tool, I tell you that hey, there's this problem, I'm trying to use it for my own business, and I come across problems, I tell you, you fix them. Um, Taking the time out to give you feedback is effort as well, right? So I just want to know what is your perspective of on this, right? And would you put down any conditions if, let's say, Spayee gets acquired in the future, uh, that lifetime license owners are protected, right? If so, what would they be? What do you think? Could you
Yeah.
share your perspective on this?
Would love to. Would love to. So if you look at the deal now, in our Spayee deal, the biggest cost for any course platform or the video-based product platform is the video hosting and streaming. This is the cost that can never be offered as a LTT value because this is a recurring cost that we need to pay to Amazon or any server that you're using, and this is a huge cost. At least in our product, it's a big cost. And we were aware about it that this we cannot offer this in LTD because it will not make sense because down the line this will become a burden for us. So that's why we removed that part. We removed the video hosting as a part of the deal. Now whatever product that we are offering, we can assure you and we promise you that we will keep those customers till the lifetime of Spain. Because those are the cost that is coming, that is something that is not that big, which cannot be sustained. And if I talk about the company vision, we are not the money driven people. Money is something that doesn't drive me and the whole, at least the core team, Spayee team. We have rejected lots of, I would say, 3 to 4 acquisition offers in the last 1 year. We are not here to just to generate money and then get done with it. We are here to stay. We want to build a Spayee as a brand. We want to be known as a global company, global brand. So we have very long vision. So we are here. We are here to dominate this space, and that may take 3 to 5 to 10 years, and we will be there for you. And I promise you that whenever we decide to, let's say, if there comes the time where we want to get acquired, we'll take care of each and every customer. be it LTD customer or be a recurring customer, will not leave our customers hanging in the middle.
Yeah, that's great to know, right? I think one thing to actually um, to do is that, let's say someone wants to acquire your company, right? That we, as the seller, you can put in some terms that they need to fulfill on their end. The acquirer has to fulfill on their end, and I think one really good thing is that you can actually put down a term that says all lifetime license owners will be compensated. Okay, how much to be compensated, I think that's up to you. And because when you have a term like that in there, you can then ask for a bigger amount from the acquirer, right? You can ask for a bigger amount, and because that maybe that amount that they sell, that they buy away your company, some of that amount can be dispersed from the end, right? Because we are the ones who help you to get there, and now you have moved on, right? Right? You can ask for bigger price as well, and that makes it your exit even more
This,
beautiful, right?
this is something that we can definitely explore. But Henry, the point is that for any company, any SaaS company at the scale that we are in, our core value, the whole value of space, the customers only. Our
Yeah.
customer that we have these many customers, this is the value. And whoever be acquiring us, they will not be acquiring Sandeep Singh. They will be acquiring the Spayee customer that we have. So that is our
Yeah,
core value. So
that's
whatever we
good.
will, where we will go, our customer will go with us.
Yeah, that's great. So I think I pretty much asked all the questions that I want, right? And I think this is one of the most active uh, stream that I have, because so many comments. I'm sure you can see them coming in, right? So let's take some questions here,
Sure.
right? So let me see. Okay, okay. Maybe you can answer this. This has something to do with your competitor, right? Someone asked, how are you different from Acado? What would you say?
Uh, so if you look at Spayee as a platform, the major difference is Spayee and Akadal that I have seen just in a few glimpses. Stays more on the course sale focused and marketing focused. So if you have a course that you want to sell to your audience, you want to market your platform, you want to do integrations that people can come to your landing pages, uh, they see multiple pricing plans and they purchase the course and they start consuming it, then Space is the right fit. And if you want, so Space I would say is more of a course platform, and Academy is more of an LMS platform. So whole purpose difference between course platform and LMS platform is that LMSs are used for the internal training purpose. So let's say you
Yeah,
have 100 employees, 200 employees, you want to train them, you don't want to. So always LMS platform will always lack the sales and marketing capability. And whereas the course platform, they will always have more and more focus on the selling and marketing courses because they are here to generate your revenue. So if you want to generate revenue through your courses, then Space is the right choice. If you want to train your employees and a set of people, then you should go for Academy.
yeah, I definitely agree with you, right? So those who are asking, because I have tested out both platforms, and in fact, we had Nizam, he's from Acado as well, right? The founder of Acado. He was on one of our episodes previously as well. I spoke with him, and I had a very good idea about what he's looking for. And it's totally different from what Spayee is focused on, right? Spayee, I guess you guys are focused on your on brands. You are focused on building, helping course creators, content creators. Whereas Acado is different. They don't want to deal with the course creators. They don't want to deal with the end users at all. They want to support uh, agencies that help other companies to set up their own internal LMS training, um, onboarding for the custom for their employees and stuff like that. So that's majorly the different. Whoever is asking me, let me just see if I can Okay, I can't find who commented on that. So this is the major difference. So you got to ask yourself, what kind of business are you running? If you're an agency that helps clients to set up their own LMS, okay, then probably Acado will be better for you. But if you are online course creator yourself, then I would say Spayee is a better option, right? And so we got other questions here. Will all unlimited course be under one domain?
Yes. So with this pay, only one domain name is supported, because again, if you want to build a brand, if you want to sell your courses, you don't want different multiple domain names.
Yeah,
So that's why we are only restricted to single domain.
yeah. As I mentioned, right? Because if you want to have multiple domains and stuff like that, you want to look for maybe a capital. Spayee is focused on course creators. That's what Spayee is about, right? So can we hide? We got a question here. Right? Can we hide few courses from students?
Yes, you can do that, and that depends. What is like, there are two ways. If you don't want to sell your courses on your website, then you can make the course private, or you can. There are few settings in the platform where you can decide where do you want to sell your course for, and where do you want your course to be available. So you can select either web, mobile, or then private or none. So you can use those settings, and then that way you can make your course written.
Awesome, right? So we got a question here. Any UI changes or improvements in the roadmap and expected date? So Sandeep has mentioned that they are working on the new UI, right? Could you share more with us?
So you change product is I think quite big. So there are a lot of screens, a lot of pages. So UI and UX changes, they are something that in the pipeline. There are few key hirings that we are also doing for the same. We are bringing product manager and UX expert who will help us in the building the better and more intuitive UI. So probably I don't have timeline as of now, but probably this is something that is top of our mind. Probably in the next few quarters, we will be out with a new UI.
Yeah, I'm actually working on my own SaaS, right? And been working with my designers. And one thing I can say is that designing a UI is not. It takes time, right? It takes time.
Yes.
Uh, and then you got to implement the UI as well, right? That takes a lot of time as well. So you got to give Spayee some time to implement the new UI, right? Um, so we got a few people here who saying, how did I miss this, right? How did I miss Spayee, right?
There's still time left. You can go and purchase now.
Yeah, go ahead and purchase it, right? So I've been planning to buy Spayee. So go ahead. The link is in the. I just posted the link to Spayee. You guys can click on that and sign up for Spayee, right? And are all future plan updates included? All future plans update included, right? Is it everything that's on the plan right now, except video hosting? Could you share more with us?
So if you look at even now the standard pricing plans, we always try to offer everything in every plan. We don't
Yeah,
want to restrict that that lower plan customer should not get the more value of the platform. So we always try to offer each and everything in every plan. Again, with few limitations. So if you look at the top tier that we have, most of the features they are actually optimized. They will be used for enterprise customers, not the individual solopreneurs. So
yeah,
that's why we have to edit those plans. So whatever, if there is something that will be helpful for each and every customer, then that feature will be for each and every plan. So whole focus is to help you earn more money, help you generate more revenue from the platform. So there won't be any feature of a Spayee which will restrict you from generating revenue. So this I can tell you upfront.
yeah. What I can see is that you offer the basic plan on tier 1 and the pro plan from tier 2 and above, right? And but it has I the mobile apps are actually included for all the plans, right? Is that
Yeah. So
correct?
the Spayee all-in-one Spayee app that we are launching.
Yeah, the
Uh,
generic Spayee app, right? That
yeah,
will be open for everyone, right?
everyone. So in every plan. So the app we have already submitted the app to Google and Apple for the review. Now they will take their own sweet time to approve the app. But what I will do, I will share the link of APK file, pre-release file, so that you can share with the community, and if anyone wants to try it, they can explore it before I release it. We release it to the general audience.
Yeah. So actually, it's a little bit different from the pricing on their website. Is that even though the pro plan, it doesn't show that there is a that it comes with an app, right? I don't see that there, but there will be a generic Spayee app that everyone can use if you get the lifetime deal that Spayee is on right
I have
now.
already explained that that the offering white labeled mobile app as a part of LT again is not possible for not
Yeah, that's
sustainable for the company.
yeah, that's a optional add-on that you guys have, right?
Yes, that's why because there is a cost of maintenance and updates.
Yeah, and we are all able to run live classes, right? It's just not a secure live class that you have, because that's a add-on, right, for the secure live class. Is that
Yes,
correct? Right.
yes.
But actually, if you don't need these add-ons, then everything will just be within the lifetime deal itself. The only thing that you need on your end would be video hosting, right? Like
Yes.
for whoever that buys the deal. Do you actually offer uh, hosting as well? Let's say we buy the lifetime deal and then we need video hosting. Could we get that from you as well? Like, how much do we pay?
So I'm not sure about it. This is something that we're still discussing. Probably we'll create some plan in the future, but I'm not sure about it as of now.
Are there any lifetime deal holders that are actually asking you for this right now?
There are few prospects and customers who have asked for this, but there are a lot of calculation that need to be done. And right now we are pretty much occupied with the whole new feature launch and the whole other stuff. So once the deal is over, then we'll try to figure out something. We'll try to find out the best way to offer it so that it should be affordable at the customer end and should be scalable and sustainable at this our end.
I see, I see. Okay. So another question here is, how does it and auto enroll users to a course after sign up?
So there are two ways. There are two functionality on this pay platform. One is add to cart functionality, and one is single check functionality. In case of single checkout functionality, payment is made first, and then post payment is done. Then users will be asked to create their account. In the add to cart functionality, they need to sign up first and then purchase the course. So in the both the cases, user will be asked to create their and sign up their account.
Okay. And can we still do live stream without buying the add-on, right? So I've
Yes.
covered that as well. You can do live classes. It's just that it's not a secure live class. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I think we can embed our own player that allows live
Yes.
streaming that possible, right? So if you guys maybe purchase the vlog, the lifetime deal that just ended recently, I believe that you can embed the player into Spayee as well and then stream it with it there as
And
well, right?
even YouTube Live is supported, so you can go live from YouTube, and then you can integrate that. That is already integrated in the platform. You need to just
Yeah,
put the link,
that's another way as well,
which
right?
is free of cost.
Yeah. And okay, so last question that we have here is, this is from Chaitanya, right? The UI for courses and elements shown in Spayee website is really awesome. So new UI improvement will be similar to that.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I guess Sandeep has given you your answer. It's been a great session, Sandeep. I hope you enjoy this.
Same
Is there
here.
anything that you want to share with us before we end off the session?
I can say there is one more question.
Yeah, Yeah, another question just came in here. Let's just take this before we end off, right? So, can I sell the courses through WordPress plugin, and it automatically creates an account in Spayee, right? I guess it's asking for some kind of
Yeah,
API integration.
that is possible, but in that case, you need to use Zapier or Pabbly for hitting the API for user creation on Spayee.
Okay, so do you already is your integration with your direct integration with Pabbly already live?
Zapier is live, Pabbly is almost done.
I
Almost
see.
done. It will be like launched within few days.
But to do that, they would need the tier 3 plan. Is that correct?
Yeah, they need account with the. I'm not aware about their paid plans, but they need account with the Pabbly and all.
No, what I mean is that they need the tier 3 plan
No,
from.
no, 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 no. I have already mentioned that this. Again, these will be direct integrations. So direct integrations will be available in all the plans.
Oh, I see.
So
And the only
Pabbly, Zapier, yeah, yeah, all the
so,
direct
so what
integrations
about
that.
so what about the API that you have only on tier 3? What's the difference there?
Yes, API is in the highest plan. So in case you have third-party CRM and third-party mail integrations that you want to integrate directly without using Zapier or Pabbly, because again there is a cost to it, then you need to use the highest plan because that sort of APIs are there only.
Okay, right. So that's something for you to take note of. If you guys have Pabbly, I guess maybe tier 2 might be enough, right? Because you can just make use of the tasks that you have in your Pabbly plan. Then if you maybe if you don't have Pabbly, you want to connect to these apps directly, then make use of then you might want to get the tier 3 plan. Right, so that's something for you to take note. As I think the last question here, right, is there Pabbly integration? We have answered that. It's almost ready, right? As you Sandeep has mentioned, Pabbly integration is almost ready for Spayee in the family itself. Right, so I guess we have covered all the questions. It's been a great experience speaking to you, right, Sandeep?
Really.
How do you? Is there anything else that you want to share with us before we end off this live stream?
So the I think a lot of people have been asking about the mobile app, the all-in-one single Spayee app. When will that go live? So I wanted to reiterate again that the app has already been submitted to Google and Apple Play stores. It will be available in a couple of days. Till then, what we can do, in case anyone wants to experience it, I can share the APK file. I think I will share with you, Henry. You can post it in the group, and also I will pin the same in the AppSumo comment as well, so that people can experience it and they can see how the academy is looking on the mobile app.
Sure. You can maybe send me the APK link, and then
Right. Yes. Yes.
you can post it in our group as well, or you can just post it if you are in the group anyway. Right, you can
Yeah.
post it in the group as well. Yeah. So otherwise, it's been great speaking to you. I can see that the space angle is a little bit different. You guys are focusing on the end users, the cost creators, and you
Yeah.
want to support this group of people. I can see that it's very interesting what you guys do as well. Actually, I have one little question, right? Is that because there's so many uh, deals and apps on the wherever you are launching your lifetime deal. There's another one that ended recently. It's called Vadu TV. I was wondering that, like, is there some kind of networking that you guys do? Then maybe you guys can help to work together, like a joint venture, you know, and then it benefits your customers at the same time. You work with someone else as well, and maybe you could work with other TVs. There's some kind of networking that
Yeah.
these your founders, you guys, the founders, actually try and work together.
I spoke to Ankur a few days back. I
I
think
see.
last week I spoke to Ankur. We had a few discussions, and then we're trying to figure out something where we can integrate Spayee with Varu TV more deeply.
Yeah,
So we are figuring it out. So probably
yeah, because
we keep
the deal
posted.
doesn't come. Yeah, because your deal doesn't come with video hosting, right? And
Mhm.
some people may they probably have missed out on Vadu TV and they don't really have their own video hosting solution, and maybe you guys could you guys could rent services from Vadu and rent it out to you your own lifetime deal customers that you have here as well. I'm just just putting this suggestion out there so that
Definitely, definitely.
yeah, because what I feel is that everyone is starting up in this lifetime deal, right? And that's why we are doing this lifetime deal. If all of you founders can work together and help each other to grow, I think that's a brilliant idea as well. Just something that I put it out there. Hopefully, maybe more founders can look into working together.
So
Yeah.
I think definitely we can explore something in this domain. And whenever we come up with something, we'll definitely ping you guys and we'll update you.
Yeah. All right. Otherwise, it's been great speaking to you, Sandeep. Hopefully, maybe we could have you come on, again in the future if you have some updates, whatever it is. Feel free to come on our show again. And I wish you all the best to your lifetime deal and also after your lifetime deal. Could you also share with us when is your deal ending again, just in case whoever is actually watching this or watching it later, the recording itself, they don't want to miss this deal. Because sometimes we like to procrastinate, and then the last minute we realize that the deal is over, right? Could you share with us when your
So I
deal?
think 20th July will be the last date because the deal is for 30 days only. We launched on 21st June. So 20th July will be last date probably.
20th 20.
20, yes. In the next, so we have only 4 days remaining.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So even though the counter is not up yet, but those of you who are looking to purchase, you guys only have 4 days. I believe probably the countdown timer will come up tomorrow. Right.
Yeah.
So you guys who are looking at Spayee, be sure to grab it as soon as possible. Right. Don't regret. Right. Okay. Otherwise, that's all. Sandeep, it's been great speaking to you. And that's and those of you who are watching this stream here, hope you enjoy this. And if you have any other questions for Sandeep, feel free to comment below. Maybe Sandeep can, if he sees the notification, I'm sure he will come in and answer some of your questions as well. And that's all I have. Right, bye everyone.
Thank you, Henry. Nice talking to you too, and thank you, everyone. Bye.